Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, plus people's reactions to those deaths, as seen at Legacy.com in the second week of December 2021. Racing driver Unser Sr. died December 9, 2021 at his home in Chama, New Mexico. He died of cancer at the age of 82. He was one of just 4 drivers to win the Indianapolis 500 4 times. He is being remembered as a member of a legendary racing family. His brother and nephew, Bobby Unser and Bobby Unser Jr., both died earlier this year. Football player Demaryius Thomas died December 9, 2021 at his home in Roswell, Georgia. He died of medical complications from a 2019 car accident at the age of 33. He was a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos, a 4-time Pro Bowl pick who helped the team win Super Bowl 50. Thomas is being remembered for his kindness as well as his celebrated career. Filmmaker Lina Wertmüller died December 9, 2021 at her home in Rome at the age of 93. She was the first woman ever nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director for her 1977 movie 7 Beauties. Wertmüller is being remembered for her 40-year career, which was recognized with an honorary Oscar in 2019. Musician and actor Michael Nesmith died December 10, 2021 at his home in Carmel Valley, California. He died of heart failure at the age of 78. He was a singer, guitarist, and songwriter with the Monkees, who became pop icons with their hit 1960s musical TV series. Later, he was a pioneer of country rock as the founder of the first national band, and he wrote the song Different Drum, made famous by Linda Ronstadt. Nesmith was a U.S. Air Force veteran who served in the early 1960s. Musician Steve Bronski died December 7, 2021 at his home in London. He died of smoke inhalation from a house fire at the age of 61. He was a keyboardist and percussionist who co-founded the synth-pop band Bronski Beat. Bronski is being remembered for the band's influential songs, including Small Town Boy and Hit That Perfect Beat. Actress Carmen Salinas died December 9, 2021 in Mexico City. She died after suffering a stroke at the age of 82. She was an icon of Mexican TV who starred in dozens of telenovelas. Salinas is also being remembered for roles in movies, including Carnival Nights and Man on Fire. Author Anne Rice died December 11, 2021 at a hospital in Rancho Mirage, California. She died of complications of a stroke at the age of 80. She wrote the Vampire Chronicles series, including the hugely popular novel Interview with the Vampire. Rice is being remembered as a major influence on the vampire fiction of the last 40 years. Actress Cara Williams died December 9, 2021 at her home in Beverly Hills, California. She died of a heart attack at the age of 96. She was nominated for an Oscar for her supporting performance in the 1958 movie The Defiant Ones. Williams is also being remembered as the star of the sitcoms Pete and Gladys and The Cara Williams Show. Singer and actor Vicente Fernandez died December 12, 2021 of medical complications after a fall at the age of 81. He was one of Mexico's most beloved entertainers, known for his award-winning ranchero music, including the hit songs Volver Volver and El Último Beso. Fernandez is also being remembered for starring in more than 24 movies. Actor Larry Sellers died December 8, 2021 in Pawhuska, Oklahoma at the age of 72. He played Cloud Dancing, a major recurring character on TV's Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Sanders is also being remembered for his stunt work and his appearances in Wayne's World 2, The Sopranos, and Walker, Texas Ranger. Musician Les Emmerson died December 10, 2021 at a hospital in Ottawa, Ontario. He died of complications of COVID-19 at the age of 77. He was the lead singer and guitarist for the five-man electrical band. They had a hit in 1971 with Signs, which he wrote. Emerson is being remembered for writing one of the anthems of a generation. Music manager Ken Kragen died December 14, 2021 at his home in Los Angeles. He died of natural causes at the age of 85. He was the organizer of We Are the World and Hands Across America, which raised millions of dollars to fight hunger and homelessness in the 1980s. Kragen is also being remembered for managing musicians including Kenny Rogers, the Bee Gees, and Lionel Richie. Singer Joe Simon died December 13, 2021 in his hometown near Chicago at the age of 85. He had hits in the 1960s and 70s, including The Chokin' Kind and Get Up, Get Up, Get on the Floor. Simon is also being remembered for his music being sampled in songs by Outkast, Lil' Kim, and more. Author Bell Hooks died December 15, 2021 at her home in Berea, Kentucky at the age of 69. She was an acclaimed scholar and thinker whose classic Ain't I a Woman looked thoughtfully at Black womanhood in America. Hooks is being remembered for her dozens of books ranging from poetry to cultural criticism to children's picture books. A series of deadly tornadoes swept across the South and Midwest on Friday and Saturday, December 10th and 11th. At the time that we created this video, at least 90 people have been confirmed to have died in Kentucky, Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. Rescue and recovery efforts are ongoing, and these numbers may change quickly. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Kentucky have been lowered in honor of the Kentuckians who were lost to or have been impacted by the tornado events of Friday and Saturday, December 10th and 11th. Flags in Arkansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Fire Chief Wes Adams of the Sedgwick Fire Department in Lawrence County. Flags in North Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of U.S. Army Corporal Leon Eugene Clevenger, who died in action in the Korean War. His remains will be returned home for burial. Flags in Wisconsin have been lowered to honor the memory of Judge George S. Curry of Platteville. Flags in California have been lowered to honor the memory of California Highway Patrol Officer Reuben Warren. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of Goodyear Mayor Georgia Lord. Flags in Connecticut have been lowered in remembrance of the 20 children and 6 adults who died 9 years ago in the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown. This week also marks several notable anniversaries. 5 years ago this week, actor Alan Thicke died of aortic dissection at the age of 69. 15 years ago this week, actor Peter Boyle died of multiple myeloma at the age of 71. Actress Patty Duke was born 75 years ago this week. She died in 2016 of sepsis at the age of 69. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths and reactions.